Hi everyone, it's Martha. Welcome back to day 27. As usual, I forgot to look of the 100-day project and me making 100 hearts, and I'm very happy that you're here to join me. And I want to thank everybody for the comments that you made over the last video or two. It really means a lot to me. So I've already sewn this fabric onto the backing fabric because didn't want to torture you with that. It's still buckled, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but anyway, it is done. And so I'm using this Moda Twirl packet. This is from a long time ago. Probably a good 10 years maybe. I don't know, but it's got some fun fabrics in it, and I've been eyeballing it, and I really didn't have an idea of what to do today. Pretty colors, bright colors, so I took two of them and I cut out two flowers from two of the different backgrounds, a white background and a kind of limey green background. So that's where that came from. I hope the lighting is okay. I had to close the curtains because the light was, the sun, I love the sun. Y'all know I love the sun. But it was beating in here and making the lighting pretty tricky. So I'm just going to put these two, I think, like this. It's going to be a simple day, and it's already mid-afternoon. It's almost 3 o'clock, and you know, gonna miss my tea time again. Tea as in the kind you drink, and snack time, so that's okay. We ate lunch kind of late, and I don't know if you can hear the noise outside. I had to open my door because with the sun beating in here, it gets quite warm. And I'm just going to take 2 strands from this DMC Blanc white. And I don't know if you can hear the leaf blower. I hope not. But there's also, I'm going to make a mess of this too. There's also a truck next door that is hauling stuff out of the house that's sold. And my goodness, they're making a lot of noise too. So, yeah. If you can hear any of it, I do apologize. I cannot control that, but I also cannot sit in here when it's really hot. So, and I could not do this. Will this fit? Yes. Yay, success. That's a little tiny needle. I made a square yo-yo or Suffolk puff, whatever you are used to calling it. You want to see it? Oh, okay. I'll show you. Oh. However, I think I stuck it in the yo-yo bag already. Look. Isn't that cute? So simple. You just do a square instead of a round. I thought I did okay. I didn't use matching thread, but I was too lazy to go downstairs. It's kind of a aqua like the background I'm using, but this is the striped one. So there will be more of those in my future. They don't look absolutely square, but they're fun. It's been a long time since I made a yo-yo that big, so it was fun because it went fast and I didn't have to struggle too much. So, yep, I was happy with that. I'm going to sew this one on with, that's the kind of day I'm having, sorry. No whining allowed, Martha. With the white thread, since it's a white background. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to just do a running or a... I thought about doing it in the blue just around that edge, which I probably should have done, but whatever. Having a day. Alrighty, where'd you go? You know what? That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm not going to struggle to try and see this white background and do this. I'm going to do it with the blue. That was my plan. Then I forgot. Then I pulled out the white because I was like, oh, I can do white. No, I'm going to do blue. Okay. I don't have a dark blue. Well, I do. I just didn't pull one out. So I'm going to use whatever I've got, because if I go reaching for those boxes at this point... So see? You're being tortured anyway. Such is life. Uh-oh. So, yeah. I hope this finds everybody doing well. And I hope you have pulled up something for yourself to do with me while I stitch. Don't forget to let me know below what you're working on. And I appreciate, again, the comments that were made. And I think there are a couple of new subscribers. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. And I wanted to let you know that I am, when I don't know if I've explained this before. If I have, I'm sorry for repeating myself. I went downstairs. I have quite the stash of fabric. Not as big as some. I mean, not by far. Things are moving and they're making noises. I'm like, what's making noise? What's crawling around my room? It's just one of the plastic bags is rezoning itself. So, where was I? Oh, so I have a nice stash of fabric. It's not so much that it's overwhelming. It's a big variety. I love these what are they called? I think they're 5.5-inch squares. I could be wrong. But the pre-cuts. I like pre-cuts. Let's just put it that way. That's what we'll call them. And I have found, since I picked up the stitching bug again, that I really like when they have things on them, such as birds and butterflies and flowers, things that I can either cut out or lay down and stitch over them, you know. And I really like that. So I kind of gravitate towards those that are in my stash. So I made a bin. If you want to see it, let me know in the comments below, of various types of fabric with prints. That's the dryer. My husband is washing and drying a load of wash, so that's the dryer beeping. Don't know if you could hear that. And I chose like colors, and it's not a big bin. I'm not talking like a big bin that you store seasonal clothing in or anything. This is just a shelf type bin. You know, a bin that you would put on a shelf with things in it. So I've only gone back into the fabric stash a couple of times. I'm trying to decide if I want to go all the way to the center with this or not. I don't think I do. To look for, you know, either a different color or a wider variety of a color. But since starting this, I think that's pretty good for, you know, a little over 2 weeks of not pulling out a bunch of different stuff. I tend to get overwhelmed, so I decided that I was only going to pull out so much and that I would work with that until I had, you know, I was starting to say, well, this looks like the other one I did, and, you know, now I'm starting to repeat what I was doing. I don't have any new ideas because I have the same old fabric, whatever. And I haven't reached that point yet. Maybe by the time I'm at the halfway point, or maybe in a few days. I don't know. But we'll see. But I found that I could easily become overwhelmed with too many choices. And I don't know if you have that issue sometimes too, like you don't know what to do next because there's too many things to choose from. So that might be an idea for you if that's how you feel about getting started on a project. It might be something good to try is to give yourself a variety, but limit yourself to a certain number of things. So it's been working for me, and I'm happy that it's been working for me. I finally had to put a pillowcase on my lap under this mat because of the wool making my legs itch. The leggings that I wear in the house are usually pretty thin. And, yeah. Some days I'm just way more sensitive to it than others. Like today it's bothering my hands and my arms where I'm resting them right here, but that's okay. I really should cover my wool mat in something, but then it sort of loses the tackiness that the wool gives it. So that's why I haven't done that yet. I also need to make a cover for a mattress topper that I use in the van. We actually have, our van has a bed on the driver's side and a bed on the passenger side. And you can make them one big bed, but we've never done that because that then blocks the aisle to the bathroom. And yeah, we don't want to block the aisle to the bathroom. So plus then you have more to take apart every day and it just becomes a hassle. So I need a much softer mattress. And so I have a memory foam mattress topper. And I love sleeping on it. However, okay, so I'm going to sort of scooch this over just a teensy bit. Because when I sew this one down, it'll tack that one down where I leave off. but I have to leave a sheet over the top of it. So when we're sitting on it, and because that's the side we sit on if we're watching TV in the evening or whatever. So I want to make a cover for it, but it's a big project and I just can't get the oomph to get up and do it. So maybe I'll try and work on that this week one day. I don't know. This morning we were going to get up, get ready, and go out to the quilt shop that I told you about yesterday. Honestly, I don't need more fabric. I really don't. I just really like the little mini charm packs. And the quilt shop that I got those from that's closer to home basically only had 3 or 4, and I only liked 2 of them. I don't need any more. So I'd really been wanting to go. I'm trying to make sure I don't bleed on this. I really stabbed myself. I've been wanting to go to IKEA. There were a couple of things I wanted to get for the house and a couple of things for the van. Well, we went. Tony was like, yeah, we can go there instead. So we took the car, not the van. And we went up the interstate, which is no fun. But other than a big slowdown because there was a lane closed going north, we headed out just at the right time that the traffic was still moving when we came back. I don't know, a good hour and a half later. Boy, that road was really backed up. Really backed up. So we were glad we left when we did. And so we drove up there, got into IKEA, and I was looking the previous couple of times that I've gone, the last couple of times I've gone, I should say, I've seen this stainless steel cooking pan, and it had a stainless steel steaming insert to go in it. Well, that's what I went for the kitchen. So I can steam the vegetables, because Tony plops them in water, too much water. And I don't like that they take all the flavor and stuff out. I like them steamed. Or roasted. They didn't have any. They had stainless steel pots. Lots of nice pots with lids. Glass lids and stuff like that. But they didn't have the steamer insert. So I have to look online, but I was quite disappointed that they didn't have it in the store. I'll have to look online, see if they're actually supposed to carry it and they're just out, or they just don't carry it anymore. That could be it. So they didn't have that. And then there's these little, like a bucket, I guess is what you call it. Kind of tall, maybe 7 or 8 inches tall. And they have those for the bathrooms, and they have big suction cups on them. They're supposed to hold really well. And they only had the little tiny ones, and those are too small to put in it what I wanted to put in it. Okay, I was going to do the limey green, but I'm not going to do it on the outside. I kind of like, what I'm thinking is, like, if this were used as a patch and this gets washed, this white is going to fray around it, and I think that'd be pretty. So I don't have this color thread. This is as close as I can come to that. So, and it's a variegated thread, so it's got like some green in it and stuff, so I'm going to use that. This is 4030 DMC. And this was, did I use this? No, I use this. This was 996. Sorry, thread in my mouth. 996, and that's DMC as well. So, we got I did find a stainless steel, just a small one. Oh man, just a container, about probably 8 inches by 6 inches, maybe. I could bake in it if I wanted to, but I don't bake sweets or anything like that anymore. Could put a small amount of roasted vegetables in there to roast them in the little tiny toaster oven we have. Or you can use it as you're prepping food, which I've needed something that size for when I'm prepping vegetables and I'm going to throw them in with rice and stir fry them, sort of, kind of. So I got that, and then they had these bamboo covers that seemed to fit. The covers were made to fit another a glass container that they have, a rectangular glass container like that. But there was one that was unwrapped, one cover that was unwrapped, and it seemed to fit on there fine, so we bought those. And I hadn't planned on that. We bought 2. It comes in a set of 2, but they're like a net fruit bag, like when you go in the grocery store and you want to buy apples or oranges or potatoes or stuff like that, and you can put them in those bags instead of in the plastic bags. So we got those. I probably could crochet one, but I never got around to that. And so one set of those, one of those little metal pans with the cover. And then one of the other things that we did go for initially was a knife block, a magnetic knife block, stainless steel. And so they did have those. So I felt successful about that. Tony's already put it up for me. And now my knives are right in front of me. And the knife set I have came in a wooden block. And that wooden block has gotten really nasty over time. So no matter how much I try, or I've told Tony to try, make sure the knives are totally dry before they go in there. You're putting them in a piece of wood, and if they're damp or the water drips down from the handle or whatever, it just gets nasty. And I've had that a long time. Like, I'm talking probably 10 years or more. So it was time. It was definitely time to get a magnetic knife holder. So that went up on the wall. And most of the knives are on it. We have this set came with a set of steak knives, but we don't eat meat. So they went in a drawer, and they'll probably go in a different cupboard at some point in a baggie, just in case for some future use. Who knows? But anyway, yeah, that I'm happy that the knife block is there, because I chop vegetables every day. Lunch, dinner, not breakfast, but lunch and dinner. Sometimes I have fruit in the morning, so I might chop stuff up in the morning, but more likely it's a lunch, every dinner. And then on top of that, we make our own soup. So vegetable soup. So all that has to be chopped. And I like my knives. So I am happy that we finally got a magnetic knife block. But was quite bummed that I couldn't find the steamer pan. But I'm going to try my Instant Pot. The Instant Pot, the mini duo that I have, I bought a separate steamer insert. It doesn't hold a whole lot. And I got pretty brave with my Instant Pot over the last year. So now I'm going to use the steam function, and just one of the covers, the lid for one of my other stainless steel pots, will fit on the top of the Instant Pot. And it doesn't need to build pressure when you use the steam. So I'm going to see if I can steam vegetables in that tonight and see how that comes out. And maybe that'll work. But I bought this double pan set, and it came with like a steamer insert. But the mini Instant Pot is so small inside that those pans don't hold a whole lot of vegetables. But hey, I'll give it a shot. And what else? So we did not go to the quilt shop because the quilt shop is in a different city than the direction we were heading. However, we may go another day as another little day trip. So then, while we were up there, I wanted to go over to Tuesday Morning, because sometimes Tuesday Morning has fabric, and they closed our Tuesday Morning. They were planning on closing it before the pandemic hit, I think. And so it's been gone probably 3 years or thereabouts. And this one up in Woodbridge, I thought they were going to hopefully keep open, but we drove up and it said store closing, and they had almost nothing left. They were selling their fixtures and other stuff like that. So I was like, that's a bummer, because I had bought some fabric in there before that I really liked. Pre-cut squares of fabric. A couple of times I bought stuff in there and I really liked it. But alas, they were closing too. And then there used to be quilt shops up in Woodbridge. But when I looked on maps this morning and tried to search Google for it, there weren't any. There weren't any left, so they did not survive either. So it's very sad when things change, things that you used to frequent and enjoy, and you'd like to support the small businesses like the privately owned quilt shops as opposed to Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby. Because I know the quilt shops struggle because you can buy all that stuff online too. So that may be what I have to do to find the minis, is find someplace that sells Moda and sells the mini charm packs. And choose them that way. Not that I need more fabric. I keep reminding myself, you don't need more fabric, Martha. And I don't. honestly. I really don't. It's just when I see the new ones come out, they're just so pretty. It's just so pretty fabrics. FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay. All right, so there's that. Am I going to leave it? I thought about doing something in the center here. Maybe I'll do, that's going down there. I could do this and do a few little French knots, right? Or I could use that, because I have these strands left. Yeah, do it that way. Yuki. Oh yeah, seeing Tuesday morning clothes. We don't get up that way that often. It's about an hour away, which doesn't seem like that much, but can't do that. I needed a tall enough needle to wrap my thread around. Nope. Oh my goodness, I hope you're keeping busy with your own thing. Yay! Success! Yay me! Maybe I'll do... No. Nope. Keeping it simple. Keep it simply simple. Just gonna keep it simple. Simple, simple, simple. Simple Simon. Yes, I'm doing them all different sizes. Because I can. And that's what happens when I don't do it well. Yeah, all the French knots I keep doing, and I still mess them up. It's very frustrating. So tomorrow we are going to, the plan is to de-winterize the van, but we have to look at the, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to catch that thread that's sticking up. I'm just going to tack it down with the next knot. We're going to de-winterize the van as long as I look at the weather and it's going to stay fairly above freezing for the foreseeable future. Let's just put it that way. At least at night. We know it's going to stay above freezing during the day, hopefully. But we need it to stay above freezing at night. And it's supposed to be 60 tomorrow. So hopefully Tony doesn't drag me out there too early to do this. Because today it was supposed to be 53. But we came home and it was already almost 1 o'clock. And it was not 50. Oh, man. It was not 53 by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, it was only about 43. I should have left this alone and never... and not done the knots. But I like the way it looks, so that's all right. You ever have those days where things that should be easy seem strangely complicated? That's going to drive me nuts, so I'm going to go up and get it. There. Can't see it anymore. That constant hum in the background of that stupid leaf blower is also not making me happy. It's like having a drone flying over your head for hours on end. Okay. Calling that one good. I like the green peeking out from behind it, so we're just going to leave that. Oops, sorry. Hit the phone arm. Let's see. I'm going to do that one in the same. Sure. I'm going to use a new one. Oh, and happy first day of spring. I forgot to wish you that. It is supposed to be spring. And it does, it's very much like spring out there. It got very cold overnight, and it was, like I said, supposed to be 53 today. It might have hit 50, I'm thinking. And we wonder why they don't come out right. Not really. I know why they don't come out right. Tell you, working with shapes makes your life interesting. Oops. I got tired walking around IKEA. Whew. A big store. I also don't do well walking on the cement floors. I have arthritis in my left foot and a lot of other places. And by the time we were done, it was pretty achy and ouchy. So the knees and the hips and the back are one thing. But when my foot hurts, So I'll probably sit with ice on it today after I get done here. And I figure out what I'm having for dinner. It's not dinner time yet, but I have to plan it ahead because I have to, if I want rice, it takes a while to cook that. Last night I made pasta and I made the yummiest, so far one of my yummiest sauces. I just, I put some onion in some olive oil in a pan and I brown that. Then I cut up some tomatoes and I add a little coconut aminos, which gives it a little depth of flavor. And I add onion powder and onion flakes, a lot of onion. I do not like garlic, so I leave that out. I don't necessarily like Italian seasonings or oregano, so left that out. I did use some, I'm missing one right there. I feel like I need to put one in there. I used a, what's it called? Sun-dried tomato. It comes in a olive oil base. And, oops. And that adds a real good flavor to it. And just cook the tomatoes down. And oh my, it was yummy. Very yummy to my tummy. And we use brown rice pasta, which, you know, is okay for a substitute for not eating. We have found, since we don't eat white bread and white pasta, that we feel better. Just gotta have one right there. I think I need to turn this around. Yes. All right, now I'm happy. It was a naked spot. So that was a good dinner last night. Alrighty. Look at that. How snazzy is that little puppy? We're doing okay, huh? This is going to have some fringe around it, but that's okay. Until it comes all unraveled. When he gets attached to something, excuse me, it'll be fine. What did I do with my pencil? Okay. So today is day 27. Wowza. Is that right? Yep, day 27. We are zooming through life. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? Just for something simple. I'm happy with that. Easy, simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So thank you for joining me. I love you all. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up or give it a thumbs down. Whatever floats your boat. And leave comments below. I love answering all of you because, you know, the only other person I talk to is Tony. So, yeah, I like having conversations and hearing what you're up to. So you all have a great rest of your day, whatever day it is for you. And let me know what you're working on. Take it easy, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Love y'all. Bye.